Hi, this is Attila 16 and this is another episode of my campaign, and this is my fleet, in which I actually have a few good ships, but on the other hand I'm attacking a single ships which will receive many ships as reinforcements, so that will be an interesting battle. And here's what I'll do. I'll deploy my medium ship in front. Actually, perhaps what I'll do is, considering the wind, I will deploy my fleet into a formation in echelon, and it's a formation which will go to the right side of the battle, like that, and this way I shall be able to be the first to fire on the enemy. At the same time, there's the enemy fleet which is coming in reinforcements over there, and there's the single enemy ship remaining over there. So I'm essentially in a line to react to the enemy reinforcements over there, so that will be interesting. Oh, there's more. As you can see, this is a really big fleet over there, and perhaps the only difference there is that my ship are mostly made of copper plating. Alright, so I'll turn now with my fleets. I'm getting shot at anyway. And yeah, I'll turn here like that. So I'll be able to sustain enemy fire. Same time, it's not my strongest ship which is getting fired upon, so that's not necessarily good. Well, here I think what I'll do is I'll make the other ships in my fleet turn to face the enemy, and my interest now is really to switch to explosive shells. Like that. And well, here I'll turn my ship on the other way. That will allow me to potentially fire on more enemies. And here the good news is that a few of the enemy ships are catching fire, which is great news. And here my small corvette will continue to fire up close. I'll slow down a little this ship over here, so that this ship will speed up a little. Well, here this small ship is actually doing a good job, because it's using explosive shells. And here my big ship should probably speed up a little. I'll turn my ship over here in order to fire explosive shell on this one. And my general here, I'll make him turn the other way here. Well, here, this ship, I can probably fix it. And now I'll need to get closer with my frigate. Well, here my tiny ship is really using his explosive shell well on the enemy big ships. So I'm dividing their attention toward my big ships, while my real effective explosive shells are exploding on the enemy over there. It comes from my tiny frigate. Alright, so I'll turn the ship the other way. And the thing is that the enemy has wooden ships, so that's my copper fleet has more resistance to explosive shells, which is a great news for me. And that means also that their big fleet here is getting burned down by my tiny ship here with explosive shells. So they might have big ships there, but I have a better technology, so that compensates for my small number. At the same time, the enemy has a tendency to prioritize shooting the biggest ship in your fleet. Well, here what I'll do is I'll slow down a little, because I don't want my cannon to be firing on my own ship, like you seem to be doing right now. I'll switch to explosive shell here. I'll increase the rate of fire. That will should route that ship over there for good. At the same time here, I think I'll switch to solid shells to fire on the ship over there. And my tiny ship here should be able to move forward over there, while my bigger ship here should be able to continue firing on the enemy. This one here seemed to be resisting. Oh, sadly my ship here decided to rout. This is rather unfortunate. Probably should fix my general ship over here. Well, here, let's see. Not sure what kind of shell I'm shooting there. Okay, so my general fleet, well, ship has been fixed, so I can resume shooting the enemies from afar. And here with my smaller ship, I'll turn to fire on this one here. I seem to be firing non-explosive shell, so I'll turn like that. So with explosive shell, that should give them something to think about here. In parallel, there's this other ship over here which is shooting. There we go. So now I need to move toward the enemy over there. Don't know if my cannons are in reach. Don't seem to be, so I'll switch to solid shells. The enemy ship is now burning. A little, but burning nonetheless. And it's surrendered. So I think there's nothing else remaining of the enemy fleet, and I only had one unit which decided to pull back. It wasn't destroyed, and that was an heroic victory. And now let's see what happened on the campaign. Alright, so I just had an heroic victory. I forgot that I had just lost one ship there, and I made the enemy fleet sink, so they lost 9 ships, which is pretty good for me. And the only ship I lost was a tiny one, so that's not really important. Seemed that a few enemy ships managed to escape, and that's okay with that. Now let's see what happened there. Yeah, he's fleeing, but I'll sink him. I really want to eliminate those enemy ships. Alright, probably lost more stuff than I should have, but I'll go back to port and fix my stuff. At the same time here, I'll continue to advance with my troops over here, and here I'll continue to push into the enemy line. Oh, there's a big enemy army here, and I don't know if I should fight it. Perhaps. The thing is that I think what I'll do is I'll just stay by Arima town, and I'll hope for the enemy to actually attack it. This way I'll be helping my ally to defend it, and that will be good for me. At the same time, I need to keep scouting toward my different objective with my ninja. Oh yeah, about this here. Not much going on there. Couple of armies though. And now I think I'll start using those neat interface over there to help me remind myself that I need to move stuff. So I have a few ships to move around. These are allies, and these are not. Okay, I'll produce a few more ship here. I seem to have the means to do so. So I'll produce 2 more ship, and I'll go destroy the Shogunate fleet. Well, here, what's happening here? Nothing interesting. Okay, what about my armies? This guy, I forgot about him. I'll move him with my troops to train them. Because he's training my troops, so that's pretty good for me. And okay, that's not interesting. Yeah, okay, I'll do that here, which will increase his recruitmenting. And here it will increase the skill of reloading of my troops, which are with him. And I'll try to merge those troops with my main army. Well, here, by producing a few ships here, I will try to clear out the northern coast. It sounds like a reasonable goal. And here I need to fix my fleet in order to continue to own everybody around there. What I'll probably do is I'll send my ship over there. That will prevent the enemy from using that path, and they will have to go around, and they will likely meet the pro-imperial fleet. And what else? Yeah, I'll have armor piercing rounds soon, so that should prevent any bad surprise if I meet a fleet made of copper. That will allow me to still destroy them. I think it's more important to invest in having a good anti-ship capacity as opposed to good defensive stuff. Once you have copper armor, it's okay, but I think it's more important to have armor piercing round than having a good copper armor or iron armor. Because really it's all about being the first to shoot at the enemy and sinking them faster. That's how this technology game works, I think. Of course, that might be a different situation in multiplayer. I don't really know how that worked though. But in this, I think it's really all that matter. And there's so many enemy fleet. They decided not to attack Irama. Which create an opening for me to continue to attack their land. Because ultimately my goal here, it's not so much to protect my ally as it is to just go loot everything and send them back to the Stone Age, literally. And here I have quite a lot of artillery, and I'm not sure if that's a good thing. I'll produce it for a few troops to help my army out here, because now my other army here is entering the danger zone, so that's something important. And subterfuge in assassination, or chance to... I'll increase the chance of my ninja to kill enemies. And I guess what I'll do is first I'll loot Setsu, and then I'll move to Yamashiro. And then we should be fine for the great loot, which will go all the way to Musashi. Hopefully. That is if I play well. I might meet some strong opposition though. Okay, so what's going on here? I have a proper fleet now. And I guess what I'll do here is I'll attack this. Unfortunately, they decided to pull back. And I'll go sing this Shogunate fleet. And that will be a pretty big battle. And I only have 4 ships, and they have 8 of them. So that will be the next episode battle, and see you there.